The CBS Sports Game of the Week has already been played. Yeah, that's EA College Football 25. That's how eager we all were to see what the 2024 version of the Cy-Hawk rivalry game looked like. But tomorrow, the wait is over, and we get the real thing. And we are so excited to welcome in two of our team site reporters, Alex Bussey from Cyclone Alert and David Eicholt of Hawkeye Insider. And let's start with a bit of an injury report, because I know there's a lengthy list for Iowa State. And so I've got to ask you, how do they adjust, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, Alec?
Yeah, especially at the linebacker position. I think there's some concerns for Iowa State. Their top playmaker, Caleb Bacon, probably going to miss a majority of the season. Will McLaughlin not expected to play on Saturday for the Cyclones either. So you're going to see Jack Sadowski probably play a more increased role for Iowa State on Saturday. I would anticipate he played in all 12 games, 13 games for Iowa State a season ago as a true freshman. Another true freshman you're probably going to see into the lineup on Saturday for the first time in his career is Cale Brazina. He could have gone last Saturday, but I think Matt Campbell and his staff decided to keep him out. And then you'll see another larger group of linebackers kind of rotate that includes Cooper Ebel, Jacob Ellis. And then last week they had a former walk-on, or current walk-on, I guess I should say, John Klosterman, play a good game for the Cyclone defense against North Dakota. So it'll be a younger group, a group that's less experienced, but that's kind of how it goes when you've got two or three of your top six out at a certain position.
Yeah, so then it just comes down to Iowa. How do they take advantage, right? So I think they're really going to try to isolate those different linebackers, maybe get Luke Lachey going up against one of those new linebackers. But it will be interesting to see if Iowa State does bring down their safeties and force Iowa to go deep, because especially in that second half, on 5 of the 6 drives, Iowa ended up scoring a touchdown, 3 passing touchdowns, which is just an anomaly compared to the last couple of seasons. But Cade McNamara did a really, really great job of pushing the ball vertically through the air. And that's just something that Iowa hasn't done. So if they bring the safeties down, Iowa State secondary is very, very good. But I am curious if Iowa's going to attack them through the air. And on top of that, too, I think Iowa's going to run the football. I think the offensive line did a really, really great job last weekend against Illinois State. Obviously, Iowa State's a different test, but I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Caleb Johnson, who missed the first half of last week due to a suspension, but came back out in that second half, 11 carries, 119 yards, and a pair of touchdowns, including a 64-yard scamper up the middle. But I 100% anticipate Iowa trying to get those linebackers isolated on some of Iowa's top targets.
All right, that was a little taste, but let's go ahead and dig right in and talk about our favorite topic, which is, of course, the Iowa offense. How about that wide receiver production in week 1? An offensive explosion, but really successful for both teams. I want to know how they continue momentum on the offensive side of the ball, but let's kick it off, David, with Iowa.
Yeah, first of all, through that first half, I was sitting there getting flashbacks to the last couple of seasons. I thought it was kind of the same thing. The first drive of the game was run right, run up the middle, then an overthrow on 3rd and 6 on a 3-yard out route. So I really wasn't sure how the offense is going to be changing. But again, I think in that second half, Iowa just found a way to really figure things out. I think it started with the wide receiver positions. Iowa, all of last season, had 3 receiving touchdowns from its wide receivers. They had 3 in week 1, including 2 by freshman Reese Vanderzee, who just looks like he's going to be a really, really big part of Iowa's offense moving forward, a perfect fit for that X position. Another guy I'm really going to be keeping a close eye on is Kamari Moulton. He got his first start last week. A little bit slow out of the gates, 19 carries for 65 yards, but he's put on 20 pounds in this past offseason. I think Iowa's going to be very calculated in how they attack Iowa State. I don't think they're going to really take too many down the field risks. But again, if those safeties play up, I think you have to trust Cade McNamara in his 6th year. You have to trust this new offense. And ultimately, you just got to, throw the book at him.
Yeah, I think for Iowa State, it probably is a little bit more through the air, especially when you have 2 really talented wide receivers in Jaden Higgins and Jalen Knoll, 2 guys who have potentially all Big 12 potential come the end of the season. Jaden Higgins was a former preseason all Big 12 player entering this season. The 2 of them last year combined for about 1,700 yards and 13 touchdowns. And Rocco Becht is really efficient at getting them the ball. Last week, they had just 2 plays to score, and it was the 2 of them catching plays from Becht to start the season. Noel had about 135 receiving yards last weekend against North Dakota. I would expect him to play a big role on Saturday as well. But don't overlook tight end Ben Bramer. He was a little banged up in week 1. I think they expect him to be more healthy in week 2 for the Cyclone offense. And then it's just so difficult to run against the Iowa defense with how strong their defensive front and their linebackers are. But if Iowa State's going to have success on the ground, look for Abu Sama and Carson Hansen to really kind of contribute to that for the Cyclones.
Like I said at the beginning of the segment, we were eager to see what this one looked like, so we actually simulated it 20 times on EA College Football 25, and Iowa State won the fake game 13 times. So real quick, before we go, what's the key to victory for each team? David, start us off.
Yeah, I think Iowa needs to play great on special teams. It seems like when these games come down to the wire, Iowa just doesn't beat themselves. And I think Iowa State just finds a way to make a couple more mistakes. But I think Iowa just continuing its offensive momentum, not turning the ball over, and ultimately just forcing Rocco Beck to make plays, especially since it's going to be a juiced-up atmosphere with Kirk Ferentz returning back on the sidelines after missing his first game since I was 3 years old, Emily. I mean, he's been there so long. So Iowa just winning Iowa the Iowa way, I'll just call it.
Yeah, I think for Iowa State, it comes down to 3 things. 1, protect the football. Nobody takes advantage of their opponent's mistakes better than Iowa does, especially over the last couple of years. 2nd, I think winning the field position battle will be really important for Iowa State. I think it's easy to kind of have your attention grabbed after what Iowa did in the second half last week, but is their offense closer to what they did in the first half? If that's the case, making the Hawkeye offense go 70, 80, 90 yards to score is a heck of a lot more challenging for them than making them go 30, 40, 50 yards. And then the 3rd thing for me is finding ways to defend the run a little bit better than they did a week ago. North Dakota averaged about 4.1 yards per carry. They rushed for about 175 yards in the game. Iowa State's defensive front is too experienced and it's too talented. They return every major contributor from last season for that to be the case on the defensive line. I expect them to play better in week 2 against Iowa.
Thank you both so much. I feel very prepared to watch this game. We do appreciate it. If you want more of their content, you can check it out here. Head to Cyclone Alert for all things Iowa State and Hawkeye Insider for everything you need to know about Iowa. Also, go to the 24/7 Sports YouTube page for more from our network of insiders, analysts, and scouts. We have daily shows, game breakdowns, other unique content. Join the nearly 500,000 subscribers and check out the 24/7 Sports YouTube page. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the games.